Now, come here till I ask you, have you ever heard of turn and share bread? Well, it's bound to be a crowd pleaser at the dinner table tonight. Tara Walker from East Coast Cookery School joins me now to show us how to make it. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning, Simon. Good morning.
Turn and share.
Yes. So I've made lots of different versions of this over the years. You can do bacon and blue cheese, chives, etc. But it was a Monday evening, it was Blue Monday this week.
Yes.
And I just felt like a big carb treat.
Good.
So I had some garlic butter in the fridge and I had some cheese in the fridge and I made this. So it's very easy. That's how easy it is to bring together. So look, I have 325 grams of flour in a bowl here. I've made a little well in the centre and I'm adding a little bit of lukewarm water here. So 175 to 200 mils of water.
Yeah.
And this dough is very easy. You can use it for pizza, you can use it for a batch loaf. It's just a very kind of generic dough, but it's how we're going to kind of treat it that's going to make it super tasty.
You put a bit of yeast in there, did you?
Yeah, so that was a sachet of dry yeast in the centre, and I've just put the water in there just to start activating the yeast a little bit. And I've put some salt and sugar away from the yeast just for a minute. Next up then, I'm going to start adding my olive oil. Now, normally I would take a little bit of time about this, but we don't have loads of time this morning. So just go a little bit slower than I'm going today. And you can start adding your water in bit by bit. Okay. Now, ordinarily, I would pop it out onto my work surface and knead it with my hands, but I'm going to pop it into the little mixer there with the dough hook on it, and that will just have it done very, very quickly. So you can just bring it together like this. Try not to cover yourself in flour in the meantime.
Ah, sure, look it.
And in the meantime then, I have some garlic butter just warming in a pot here, melting and warming. And in my garlic butter, I just have 100 grams of, well, I make a batch with 100 grams of butter.
Yeah.
And 3 cloves of garlic, a little squeeze of lemon juice, some salt, and then some herbs. I've used rosemary today for this bread, but usually parsley. Okay. And I find it very handy to have a batch of garlic butter in the fridge because you can throw together lots of different things with it.
Absolutely, but you can also cut a little piece off, put it on top of a steak.
Exactly, yeah.
Whatever you
want. A little bit of fish. It's really, really handy. Start out even a pasta dish with the garlic butter, throw in some tins of tomatoes or cream or whatever it is.
So make a batch, put it in a sausage shape, freeze it.
Exactly, and then you can just slice it off. Very handy.
Great idea.
So look, I've just about brought the dough together here, and I'm going to pop it in here.
And let the machine do the hard work.
Just let the machine do the hard work, exactly. Right. So we'll pop that on for a second.
And what sort of consistency are you looking to get that
to?
So
a nice kind of elastic sort of consistency, okay? So here's one I made last night.
Okay.
And you can see how it's much bigger. So it's literally doubled in size there.
Okay.
And I'm going to pop it out onto my work surface now. And what you'll see is that lovely little kind of, all the little bubbles from the yeast.
Yeah, yeah.
Little carbon dioxide bubbles.
So the yeast has done its work.
Exactly. So look at this now. Can you see how sort of elastic and stretchy that is?
Gorgeous.
So we're going to knock it back again here. Just pop a little bit of flour on. And the next bit then is how you turn it. So at this point, this could be pizza dough, it could be just a loaf, whatever you fancy.
Yeah.
At this point is where we're going to turn it into tear and share bread. So I'm going to turn this off now.
Okay.
But normally you'd keep this going for another kind of 5 minutes.
So you just put it in a dish, then cover it and let it prove for how long?
About an hour.
Okay.
An hour minimum, but obviously this one I made last night, so...
Nice, even better.
Exactly. So I have a cake tin here, and I'm just brushing a little bit of oil around it. And then we're going to divide the bread into 12 pieces.
Oh, right, okay.
So, and I love these little dough scrapers, they're very handy.
That's a proper cutter, that, isn't
Exactly. So just take equal pieces, I probably won't do all of them now, and just press it out so that we're going to put some cheese into the centre here.
Oh, yes, please.
So, I have some cheddar here. I have a little bit of grated cheddar. This is a really mature strength 5 cheddar, so really good flavour from it. And then I have a little bit of buffalo mozzarella there as well.
Well, if it says cheese on the menu, like, you want to taste it in the bread, don't you?
Exactly.
It's a garlic and cheese bread.
Exactly,
and
that's
mozzarella
why.
As well. Oh,
so I have buffalo mozzarella here. Now look, you could use a little bit of just grated mozzarella if you want, but I think the two here are lovely together. And I'm being generous enough, as you can see there.
Right, no, fair play to you. That's what we like to say.
And then, look, we're going to just shape it in.
So you just fold it over and cover it?
Yeah, exactly, into a little kind of roll shape.
Okay.
So that cheese is completely inside there now.
Okay.
Pop it into your tin.
And you're basically going to build your bread then around that?
Exactly. So I'll just do a couple here and then just keep going. You should get 12 pieces out of this portion of dough. And
we're not looking to keep them separate, like in the tin, get them packed in there together.
Not too packed, like, so they're going to rise again. I'm going to let them prove for another, say, 15, 20 minutes.
Ah, right, okay.
And they'll rise up again. So just keep going, kind of like that.
Okay, and when that's done, let it prove again.
Exactly. Bit of cling film over there. Let it prove now for another 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever amount of time you have. A little bit more garlic butter on.
Lovely.
And then into the oven.
So how long do we cook it for?
15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, wow, it's quick.
Yes, so it's very quick, actually, because it's very light.
Okay, and what temperature do you cook that at?
200 degrees.
Okay.
It's a very kind of easy-going recipe, if you see what I mean.
Gorgeous, yeah.
And here we are. Here's the one I made earlier. And then I'm going to brush another little bit of garlic butter over.
The smell of it's beautiful.
And I have some nice rosemary from the garden, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that over. So this has had 2 goes of the garlic butter, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So it's seeping down in there.
And it's not going to do it any harm if you keep doing that, even if it's sitting there.
I smelled something nice. I decided to visit. Oh my God, the smell of garlic is delicious.
Yeah. And Elaine, now this is not your sort of average healthy January recipe that we're all into.
I don't believe in the healthy January stuff. For God's sake, the year's been miserable enough. Last year was miserable enough. Take some comfort when we can get it. And
That's
cheese and garlic bread is lovely.
So that's that.
So let me give you a little taste now. So just mind taking it out, because obviously the garlic butter has been on it.
Look at that.
And
I mean, you could slice it if you wanted it, but it's a
oh, you totally could. Yeah, the whole idea is to have that lovely kind of, you know, everybody's digging in. Now, I know, obviously, with COVID, it's just people from your household maybe digging in, but I'm going to just...
Well, listen, we're going to read this while you're dishing up. Thank you, Tara.
Perfect.
Cracking recipe as always. Full recipe details are up on the website. Or check out Tara's website, East Coast Cookery School, for details of our cooking class timetable.
Now, if you're looking to work off those cheesy bread calories, we've got some advice next. She's one of the biggest names in fitness. Alice Living joins us. That's after the break.
Look at that.